And we are live. Welcome. This is Zachary from Zachary 3D Prints with the live stream on the Friday evening. Or for me, it's Friday evening. So where are you? Or from where are you? And how are you doing? Just listening if the audio. How are you? And how are you doing? Oh. Oh. Sometimes I unplug. So, listening in one more time again. Just a second. Yo. So, I'm back again. Hey, Make a Viking, welcome to the live stream. Playing Valheim. Valheim? Yeah, I tend to pronounce it as in German. I don't know if it is correct or not. So, Make a Viking, how are you doing, sir? Welcome to the live stream on Friday evening. Just put the banner over here. So, for this evening live stream, I'm planning to continue working on the Zach 1 3D printer. There are several things that I want to adjust. So, yeah, Valheim. I think in American English, I think they pronounce it differently. I'm not sure about that, but so Yoler, is that good? Hey, thanks for hanging out here, Peter. I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. I ran out of water. So currently my Elegoo Mars 2 Pro is printing. You don't see it, right? Yeah, the little makeshift curing station is in the way. But I'll show the pictures for definitely on Twitter. The Mac was so okay. Very enjoyable. But it's raining currently upstairs. Where's the milkshake? I don't have any milkshake, but do have resin, which kind of look like milkshake. So this is usually I do my live stream over on Streamlabs. If I do this kind of tutorials, but I cannot switch over to a other broadcasting software. So for this reason, I'm using Streamlabs. So during the live stream, we can, hang out. We can talk about different kind of things within the 3D printing or other electronic or other topics that are related to 3D printing. So how is your Voron doing, Make a Viking? Are there other projects where Yolar is working on? Please let me know. Just a little chat, little or big chat. Just letting the world know that I'm live. So maybe you saw the thumbnail. The thumbnail does look familiar with the one that I used in point 7, I think, part 7. What is my last production? My last production is this. Well, I do have her here bigger in plastic. This is printed in FD with a normal 3D printer. Look to the details. As far as I can get details here. Sometimes the camera has some difficulties with it. And here, this is with resin. And with resin, you can print much more details. You see more details on resin prints. So in the near future, I'm going to do some comparisons between FDM printing and resin printing, and also some speed tests, something like that. Also for the upcoming, maybe this week, maybe next week, depending on how much work that I have and how much room that I can make for doing that. I still need to install a mosquito hot end on one of my 3D printers. I think to install it on my Ender 3v2. I also have a BL Touch clone, which I also want to install on one of my machines. I also want to do a comparison between the two Ender trees, and also comparison between the ANET ET4 and the Ender 3 version 2. And also several things that I do want to do with the Core XY 3D printer, with the Delta 3D printer, and go on and go on. And also, like mentioned on Twitter, I don't know if somebody saw it or not. If you are following me, check me on Twitter, Zachary_Bergen. There you can find many other things where I'm going. Give some inside scoop before YouTube. So I ordered a few parts on Wrap World. So the order is placed and probably is going to arrive tomorrow already. So some extrusions, some bolts or screws, some V-slot rollers, some little things that I need to start my first part in the build. So to give a little acceleration to the Zach 1 3D printer, because I really need to get started with building this 3D printer. Hey, Mr. Maker, how are you doing? 3D Okan, how are you doing, sir? Welcome to the live stream. Is this your first or your second time that you are here? I think I saw something passing by on Twitter. Yeah. This is your first time here. Nice. Nice to see you. So many things that I'm working on. And also, I don't know, some of you may know me from on Twitter. Usually when I have a brand new 3D printer, I'm tending to print a lot of things on it in order to put out a review about it. Currently, I only have skin color. I'm not sure why I don't have a gray color, but I'm using one resin color. And I don't think it's really a problem when I'm using something like this. I mean, with an FDM printer, you take off the old filament or the spool filament that you have on there, and then you exchange it with a different color. With resin, you have to take everything out, clean the whole vat, and then continue. There is one way to avoid that, or to make it more changeable. that is buying different kind of fat tanks to exchange. There's also one thing that I'm working on, not really now, but that is one of the ideas that I have for upcoming future videos. Because yeah, resin is for the people who don't know, resin is cure of is handled with UV lights. Printing is done with a laser or with an LCD screen, and every single layer is built up out of laser or UV lights, and building this model just like in FDM, build it up from layer for layer. So resin, when it is ready, you also need to wash it in EPA alcohol, or maybe some Mr. Clean or some other fluids that can handle the resin. After that is done, then you're going to cure it with an UV light. You see one setup over there. Just a few minutes into the UV light curing station, and then the part is ready and you can hold it, touch it, paint it. With resin, with normal FDM, the only thing you need to do, if the print is done, take out some support material, and then yeah, it's done. But the difference between the two, with FDM, you get some great print results. However, the details are on resin better than on FDM printers. And also, you can print very small and yet get some awesome details. Your head exploded doing some stuff with FreeCAD. Oh my gosh, yeah. I did I try that? Did I try that? I did install FreeCAD. I was looking around and then I thought, nah, it's not for now. Because if I want to dive in something, then I want to go full, you know? Um, yeah, I want to learn it as fast and quick as possible. And I don't get, when I get my hands on it, I don't let go for a long time. And I also need to prioritize my work, you know? I cannot work on something here and doing something else. Uh, and yeah, so for that reason, I'm using Tinkercad and try to use it as the fullest as possible. Zoom in. I'm trying. I'm going to try it one more time again. I hope that helped a little bit. Hey, Juicy Coding, welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you here again. Okay, so FreeCAD, I did see it, but I cannot remember probably which part of that is usable, even though the name says FreeCAD. Oh yeah, I can imagine that. Yes. I'm very happy with the result. My resin printer isn't that big. I think 168 in the z-axis. So on the build plate of G2 box, it looks pretty big, but then yeah, when you hold the model, and it was also printed like this. Ah, just good enough. Yeah, everything is partially workable. Just good enough. Yeah. Yeah, and that's also one thing that I try to accomplish with Tinkercad. Try to do as much as possible within the limits from Tinkercad. Think outside of the box. I shall say. You don't like cloud stuff? Yeah, okay. I can understand, because with those cloud stuff, uh, not Tinkercad in in particular, but other things usually cost money. Oh, yeah. I consider Uncle Jesse very big within the resin printing. I he only most of the time is working with resin. He's uh he's the can I say resin god? Nah, but he knows his ways with resin, and he's a cool dude. So well, I'm not going to take his place. I'm I'm covering on my channel as much as possible about 3D printing, and not only 3D printing, but also a little bit electronics, also a little bit of things you need to yeah, maybe need to use, uh, which you can use within the 3D printing. Because sometimes when I want to exchange something, I need to solder, or I need to crimp some connectors, or you know learn programming in Marlin, or using the right G codes. So for me, getting as much as possible within the 3D printing, and also resin printing, is part of it. But I'm still also looking for other things that I can do and cover on 3D printing. And I mean, the PO Poly Venom XXL, large one. I mean, I have here a bottle of 500 milliliters of resin. Those machines use, what is it, 4, 5, maybe 6 liters of resin? Come on. Yeah, exactly. True. The Frozen, I heard a lot of things about it. I think it's a very awesome machine, and I'm very open to do printing on a Frozen as well. Really? Cool. No, I don't live 5 minutes away from him. But if you see him in real life, just say hi from Zachary. I heard that he is quite in sportive mode. tends for me to also do a little bit more, getting off the Corona COVID-19 weight, COVID-19 weights. Yeah, but he's I like Uncle Jesse quite a lot. He's an awesome guy. From the things I see on YouTube and on Twitter, and he's next Monday. He's on Hot Makes. How much? I don't know how much it lags. I mean, I have normal latency. Oh, cool. Uh, 2152. You saw me what's looking how what time it was? No, I I get I got a message, so I look and then I see the message. Very convenient, Apple Watch. Very happy with it. I also would like a big one, but first let me learn how to use resin printers. Because I don't know if you saw last week when I was building the Elegoo Mars 2 Pro, but I had to hold down the build plate, and instead of that, I pushed my hand on top of the, you know, knob from the build plate. So it was an for me. Oh yeah, by the way, tomorrow I'm going to do live stream on Twitch. Game. Oh my gosh, game playing. So if you are not following me on Twitch and you do like gameplay, then feel free to check me out. Oh yeah, yeah. There are some resins that I also want to buy. You know, to be able to make jewelry like rings, something like that. What game? I have several brand new ones that I got from the PlayStation Plus. One of them is Control, but at the other hand, I still have something like, yeah, believe it or not, Red Dead Redemption 2. I bought the game, but never played it. Maybe a few times, but it's barely nothing. I have GTA Story Mode. I still didn't finish at all. I did I say Control? Hmm. But I am thinking about it to start playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Ta-da! That I can also play. I have several other games that I can play. I have also Skyrim, but that is in VR. I don't know how VR is going to handle, but I do want to have some interaction with people in the chat. Yeah, I do have thoughts about the Plybot and the Sculpto printers, just like the Delta and the Core XY. Those are also on my wish list. I wanted to back the Kickstarter campaign from Plybot, but it was only for the United States, so I didn't go for that one. I'm very open to buy one in the near future, but not at this moment, because I'm still waiting on the BQBX. And after I receive it, I'm also going to do a little experience about the Kickstarter campaign that I had. You know, if people are going to back a 3D printer on Kickstarter, what to expect? What are the experiences? It's, from my perspective, I don't. I'm not sure what other people experiences are, but in this case, I can already tell you, I backed the Kickstarter campaign just at the beginning. I was backer 522. It went really fast. I bought it on the same day, but later on the day. So there are many people that already received them, and it's unbelievable. There are some things that I did like, or yeah, besides the machine. I think if you have to make a difference between an early bird price and getting it early, because from logistical point of view, they always send those kind of machines in batches. They're not going to send it from out of China or wherever the company is separately. They don't do that. It's costing a lot of money. Although you pay $50, or yeah, I paid something like equal to $50 for shipping fees. So, but still, I'm waiting for it. The project ended end of October, and the first machine should be shipped in December. That's December became January, and many people are still waiting on it. So yeah, it's. But my thoughts about the Plybot and the Sculpto, if I would have the money, I definitely would want to buy it. Just to cover Scara and also the rotary. I'm not sure about the name anymore. There is a specific name for it with the rotary disc, but I mean, if you are able to get your hands on one of those, definitely sure to just to have. I mean, there are several machines that were on my wish list, and yet they are here. Yet they are here. Oh, by the way, Make a Viking. If you want, you can hang out in the live stream if you want. Just let me know. I will send you a direct message on Twitter. So I didn't finish the main story of GTA 5, but I did hear. Oh my gosh, I did hear. I did hear that GTA is also going to be released on the PlayStation 5. Can you imagine a game that was on the PlayStation 3, or came out on the PlayStation 3, and also on the PlayStation 4, and now it's going to get to the PlayStation 5? It's crazy. But I think, to be honest, the graphics on the PlayStation 4 Pro, I think those graphics are amazing. But imagine on the PlayStation 5 how realistic those are. Wow. Michael, hello. Sculptor Printer Fund. How much are those? Thank you for the $5. You are amazing. By the way, I'm going to have something very special for you in the upcoming future, Michael. Good news. I got my CTC working. There's still a bit of ghosting there, soon upgrading it. Oh, oh, that is great. Very nice to hear. Hershey. Hershey? Which kind of firmware? I think you asked me something about the firmware on Instagram. Am I correct? I I don't use Instagram that much. I went through it last week, but didn't manage to give a response back. So if I hope you don't mind it that much, but I do want to get back in onto that as well. It's it's crazy house. It's insane on my work. Yeah, I think that's so. Yeah, I'm able to spend another hour in my room. Yeah, for what? Gotta have best luck with the. Uh, cool. So you're staying 1 hour longer here. Nice. Hmm? Shall I call it like this? Maker special. I'm not going to say anything more, but I need to get some body to it to give it a very, yeah, nice thing. Nice thing. Oh my gosh. What happened with my speech? Um, so the firmware thing. Did you manage to get it working, the firmware? Hey, superconductor. Oh yeah, I mean, it's standing over. It's standing over there. There. I don't know if you're following me on Twitter, but I mentioned there that the Ender 6 is one of my most used 3D printer at this moment. One of the reasons I have a BL Touch installed on there, so it's just don't think about it. Just put an SD card in, hit print, and it will do automatically. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you will do that too, or anybody in the chat will do that. But on most of the Creality machines, I always do preheat, and then I'm going to start my print. Why? For the simple fact reason, both bed and nozzle are going to be heated up at the same time, saving some time, because normally on Cura, only the heated bed is heated up as first, and then the nozzle. There must be a reason for that, but oh, you are working to push your Ender 3 to thousands acceleration, 1K acceleration. Ah, no, well, good luck then. Yeah, I do still like it. I like it very much. It's I also see somebody in the community said to me to cover the Ender 6 on my channel, and I was also thinking about to do that, but you know, don't really know when to start with it. And because of some extra money that I had, I bought the Ender 6. So yeah, lucky me, I'm very happy that more and more people are going to use the Ender 6. There are people also telling that the Ender 6 is crap, or that other things, because of reality. I mean, different people, different kind of opinions about certain machines, and that is fully okay. Oh yeah, thank you. I like I mentioned, there are several prints from the NS6 that you see passing by. At one moment, Creality officials started to following me. So are they following me? Yeah, they are. I don't want to talk BS on my channel. I think, yeah. Ooh. I think Reality Official is following me. Yeah. Yeah, Creality is following me. After that, I worked on the N6. And also, I still need to figure out if they put it, if Creality posted one of my videos on one of their web pages, because in my analytics I see that Creality official looks on weekly base several times to my videos. So I think that's a good sign. Yes, it was a trouble with the Arduino IDE for Marlin 2.0. I switched to Visual Studio Code. Yeah, I know that program. You have autobed leveling too. That is awesome. I mean, once said correctly, officially, I have. Okay, officially installed autobed leveling, the Prusa Mini, and the Ender 6. Two other ones are semi-autobed leveling. I need to attach a sensor to get the ABL working. So that is the Delta, the FL Sun. You need to attach something that is really auto bed or bed mesh bed leveling, and also the ANET ET4. There's also a little probe that you have to put attached to your nozzle to get auto bed leveling. It does work, but it's weird. So I have one clone BL Touch laying around, the one that I got from Wish. Or I wish I didn't do that, but that's some other topic. Twitter. Yeah, I think so. I don't know if you can see it on Twitter, but I'm on Twitter since 2009, something like that. And it sounds weird, but my primary YouTube account where I started YouTube with dates from 2010, 2009, also around that time. So yeah, the account from Twitter is quite old. But now the last few years, I'm really using Twitter as my primary social media platform. I mean, it's not where all the cool kids are, but it's where happened the most. Because when you are looking to Facebook isn't that anymore what it was in the early days. I think the difference between the two is you can go into Twitter and you are going through your first feed. And based upon your interests, more and more things are going to pop up there. With Facebook, however, in the days that I started with Facebook, um, yeah, you also had similar kind of thing. Your wall, and then you need to have friends, or else you don't have any news fees, news feed. Oh my gosh. So I do like, and Instagram is the platform to post pictures or little videos, and people can see that. So also for that reason, the camera logo, I think. Uh, Reddit is all. Reddit is where it is all at. Oh, really? I'm not cool enough for Reddit. Oh, but you are on Twitter and YouTube, right? You are also. Do you also have a YouTube channel where you post some videos on, or not? Yeah, I think so. I know from Snapchat that there all teenagers go to, or the early teenagers. Yeah, I think that too. I think I think Facebook is more for the boomers. But then, where are we in 20 years? Um, I ask you for mesh bed leveling. It was working, but later I got to know that we have to store settings. Yeah, but I? The thing is, her shit, her sheet, her sheet. Um, my my CTC is not really a CTC anymore. It's it's a hybrid. I mean, when I bought the CTC, it was a Prusa i3 MK2 clone. It still is, but it's looking more like the Prusa MK2. So I also have a mesh bed leveling on it. There are several printers that I'm going to start using also in some videos as well. But I need to figure out, because when I'm going to do something with one of the printers, everything needs to be moved around. So, and since I have the resin printer just a week, I need to figure out where I'm going to put it, where I can also use it when I have it also there. So I need to figure out how to do that. Because, little reminder, this is still 8 square meters around me. So, yeah. Hey, 3D Print Creator, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing, sir? Just for fun. Oh, yeah, sometimes that happens too. Um, when I just started with my YouTube channel, I used the Facebook group from Creality to put out some videos over there, because other people were also doing that. But some nice lady from Creality, she said to me, and then in the messenger, to not do that, or else I give people some weird ideas. Okay, fine, no problem. So I quit with it. But then I still see other people posting from some other people, things that they always do to I don't like to say this, but the hot end from the enders are not the best. And Creality needs really to redesign that hot end in order to not to do the Luke Hatfield mod on that part. I mean, to be honest, there are several ways to eliminate the problem. Just you don't need to upgrade your whole machine, but just redesign your hot ends. Make it available for maybe $10, something like that, or $15, doesn't matter. And then have a decent hot end for your Ender 3 without giving some new 3D printers another version. I mean, how many versions of the Ender 3 do you have? But indeed, this. I mean, on Twitter, it's pretty common. You put it out as your, I mean, your own post, and it's not really a problem that you do that. People know that you are working on YouTube, that you are making videos, and so it's no problem to put out some extra, advertisements about your videos. I do that too. But then, yeah, on groups, Reddits, and certain Discord groups are specifically made for groups. So if they don't want to have this, spamming, as they would call it, I don't mind. I mean, if one people can do that, but somebody else cannot do that, I think it's unfair. Listen, some people say, oh, Zachary is Creality fanboy. I think in general, the machines are great. However, there are things that I really would like to see that they are going to change. I know that some parts can be expensive, but standard dual Z-axis lead screws, yellow springs, and please, if you already sell it, Creality, if you're watching this video or if you're watching anonymously this live stream, please take out the white PTFE tube and replace them for the Capricorn PTFE tubes. You already sell them on your site, so why not install it? And also, give the people the hardened steel nozzles so we can finally print as said ABS as well. I mean, brass nozzle printing ABS, it's possible. Why not giving a better hot end? It would be great. Yeah, for example, I mean, Fetus Dragonfly hot end, I also have one installed. One of the videos that I'm going to put out in a few weeks is some little issue that I still need to solve on that. The Z-axis lead screw, I'm going to give some comments about that because I get many comments about the V current on the dual stepper motor setup. I don't know if people are seeing this or not. I don't care. I just say it. When a board is designed to have two Z-axis stepper motors onto that board, it should support it. And if I see just one drive, stepper driver, then I can assume that it's correct. But there are people saying, well, if I'm going to press on the Z-axis or on the gantry, it gives some problems. Yeah, then don't press the gantry. But the dragonfly, fetus dragonfly hot end is great. I like it. But I had some problems with pushing in the thermistor into the brass tube. So I need to fix that little issue. I totally agree. I totally agree. Sometimes those rules are not so very visible at some places, or they just added them without anybody else knowing it. Exactly. I thought that the button in YouTube was there for a reason. It is to share your content. So why not? But I mean, if I would share your video onto that Reddit group, it's different then. So next time, if you want me to post one of your videos on some group, just let me know. I will do that. I'm very supportive to other people. Don't get me started about Creality. I have so many problems with my Ender 3v2, like 1,000 other people's, because Creality. Yes. So yes. Um, it's also in the Ender 3 and also on the Ender 3 Pro that they use different kind of boards. I would say make sure that the printer is good to sell and then leave it as it is. Just like I said about the hot end. The hot end is shit. Oh, sorry. Burp. Demonetize. If the hot end doesn't work or gives some issues, just make another one and sell that for the printer instead of providing all new printers with a different version hot end. Yeah, so it's so true. Uh, yeah, be a touch. You're going to play some Minecraft? Cool, awesome. That also sounds a very great game. I have two Assassin's Creed laying here. I bought it and still didn't play it as well. So I also need to start with that. New cave update. Wow, cool. So, like mentioned, I'm also going to continue with my designing of the Zach one. Mm, no, I didn't. But what did he say? Um, you have to do all kinds of adjustments to the VREFs of the stepper drivers in order to get the printer working. Well, the thing is that I also watched one of the videos from Chris Riley after many people did commented me about the VREFs. I didn't see him doing that either. I mean, in my case, it does work, but if I'm going to push onto the gantry while moving it upwards, not only this printer is going to give some problem with it, I think more printers are going to have some problem with it because you are putting more weight on it. So in order to answer those questions in one of my upcoming videos about the Ender 3 Pro, I'm going to look that up and see if it is really possible, because on my board there was a second connector on the same driver. Well, in certain ways that can be true. I have my Ender 3 version 2. Did I do some upgrades? No, I didn't do any upgrades on my V2, and it does work great. However, I'm thinking about it to put some yellow springs on it. I got a dragonfly hot end, or dragonfly mosquito hot end, and I want to install a BL touch on it. Maybe filament runout sensor, just some things that other people will also install on their machine. Oh, you're thinking about to use to try Clipper. Not talking about the weight. Check my last video. Only the thumbnail of it says enough. Okay, I'm going to check it out. Not now at this moment, but I'm going to check it out. You will know if I did. Honest. Nice. Yeah, but I think for the basics of the V2, only installing the yellow springs to stiffen up more the belt the thumb screws to keep it as tight as possible. It's not bad. So I was thinking about it to switch the stepper motor on the side this afternoon, but I realized that if I'm going to do that, I need to have some space where the timing belt needs to go. So I think I will leave it like I have it now. Yeah, it was based on a real power supply unit. Yeah, that is also one thing that I always do when I try to increase the speed of a printer. I just print calibration cubes and see how it performs. I mean, the calibration cube is, I think, as far I print several things that I think 40 minutes in a normal situation, 0.2 millimeter height, um, normal temperatures, nothing too crazy. I think 50 or 60 millimeters per second. I think that is normal printing time for a calibration cube. But if you can crank it up to 15 minutes, I print a calibration cube way faster than that. The fastest calibration cube I printed was 12 minutes. The Lurch keyboard, never heard of it. I was thinking about it to use a big 3-tech board. I will look it up. Uh, oh yeah, that board. I know. It's a compact board, looking great. Hmm. Now put all the stepper motors on a rail, just outside the printer structure. I would use worm wheels. Okay. I try to keep my design as compact as possible. Okay. It's easy to set up. Hey Fractus, how are you doing? One day I built my. Oh, cool. Awesome. If you are following me on Twitter, I will want to see those pictures. Yeah, I need to see I want to make the housing for the board as compact as possible, but yet that you can also put some other boards in there as well. But then we have a problem because, oh yeah, for that reason I want to have the controller box on the outside, not on the inside, because for SD card, something. Oh yeah, no, that I can do on the screen. Yeah, some ideas that passing by. Yeah, but I do need to think about when I'm going to buy stuff. I want to be sure that I'm not going to pay too much for my import fees, because 120 US dollars plus 3% import fees, and also income of and also some other taxes on the things I buy. That board would cost me something like 30, no, 40, $50 extra. Ah, patents. Heated build chambers are expired last week. Nice. Uh, yeah, I know, I know. I pressed on the K, but I see what you mean. So this is the board. I do like the screen. Looking nice. Cool. Wait, I want to have that one. Yeah, I live in Denmark. I pay 25% tax and 20 in fees to import. Now the thing is, for me, I will pay something between the 3 and 4% import fees. After that, I have to add another 21% because I'm buying goods. Yeah, it's crazy. So to calculate about the 120, let's say 4% import fees. I would pay something like $40 extra, something like that. Yeah, I maybe I can try. I don't know. I don't know if he does that. Uh let's stay here, please. Oh, thank you. But hey, I mean, I'm also very supportive to other channels too. So I don't mind if people also subscribing during this live stream. I mean, I want to connect with other people, and it's not, oh, you have to stay and there's only 10 or 2 subs. No, no, no. We are supportive. I mean, I'm supportive to other creators as well. I mean, the pond of the 3D printing is very big. And there are many ways, by the way. Duration. Thank you. I do need to say that the board has 6 stepper drivers. So I can use one for dual Z axis, but also dual E. Did I say that correctly? No. No. X, Y, Z. Why is not the screen getting bigger? Not getting bigger. Yeah. I want to support not only China, but also the United States located companies. And to do that, I bought the 3D Chameleon, and I got from Slice Engineer and got the mosquito hot end. In both cases, I had to pay an insane amount of import fees. The mosquito hot end, I got a message from UPS to pay an additional $35, and there was around $250 in value. You would guess that the 3D Chameleon, that was a little bit more than 200 US dollars, I had to pay almost 65 euros on import fees. It's crazy. Triple extruder. Yeah, I was. It's already gone. But I was looking at it. I see 6. So the three axes, and then. But okay, nice. Yeah. Yes, DLE and Z. Yeah. Triple extrude. But depending on which kind of firmware you're going to install it on, I think you also have the possibility to make even more extruders. Oh, hey, maybe 2 X-axis, IDEX. I'm testing the Metafly CDY 2 board soon. Ooh, 6 drivers. Cool. Are you going to see some pictures of it on Twitter? To send me something? I think the method that Lawyer Moses uses, and I think that is just with the United States Postal Service. I mean, I think that is the cheapest. Depending on what you want to do, but if it is going to be bigger, the price will be also bigger. Yeah, indeed. I mean, it's more going to be like a chat. There are several things that I want to do. Maybe I'm going to do that off camera. Um, I do like to talk. If you notice one of my videos, some people are commenting me and say, "Ah, get to the chase. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop. Stop. Stop." One day I'm going to make a video without me talking, just a AMSR video. Let's see about that. But yeah, import taxes are no joke. And when I had to pay this, it was still 150 dollars and up, or 150 euros and up, and now it's from the 22 euro. So I cannot buy big things now on China in China. Are they against China, or what's the idea behind the very insane import fees? Cool. I'm looking forward to that. Small things. Okay. Yeah. Lawyer Moses just choose normal, regular postage, postage mail. I think that is great. Takes a little bit longer, but it will arrive. Lawyer Moses stuff also came in the air, and it is working. So the other way around for me. You don't. Yeah, well, you can have different kind of people are always commenting on the things they don't like. I don't do that. Or I think the majority of the people don't do that. There are always those trolls. And those people, if I don't like a video, I just leave and don't do anything with it. There are several YouTube channels where which I do follow very intensely. One of them is a YouTube channel called Goon Squad. They are rebuilding cars, but currently they are working on a house, the new Goon Squad headquarters. I doesn't matter how they do it. I do like the way they make those videos. It's very interesting. You see quite a lot what they do, and I'm also always looking forward. They post 3 times a week. They post a new video, and I'm always looking forward to watch one of those videos. But if I watch a video which I don't like, should I put something, I don't like this stupid content? No, I don't do that. But there are people, they do that. Everything for China comes now via Germany. Yeah, because when I'm watching things on AliExpress, I see more things within the EU, Germany, Czech Republic, and Spain. So they ship it in large quantities. They ship it to the EU. They pay one-time import fees, and you get a little bit higher price, but you don't pay the grand price. You don't like. I also don't like it. You can get some criticism on one of your videos, which can build up the quality of your videos. Totally agree. But I mean, putting a comment about how stupid a video was from 2 years ago. There's one video that I made removing supports. I get some decent comments on that, some nice comments, but I also get some hateful comments or you are talking too much. Yeah, okay. I still do. I don't mind. Uh, if you don't talk that much, you are my type of guy. Well, I can be also very silent, but I'm a very social person. I do like to talk. Yeah, I I I agree. Because I got the DLZ access upgrade from my GearBest. I installed it, and I just follow the instructions to make the video. And nowhere I saw that I had to adjust something. So people are still coming back on the same kind of topic, and I every time I need to say that. But if a video is old and I get some comments 2 years later on how bad it is, I would say just look one of my newer videos or my latest videos and see how much is improved. He does, Michael. He does have it. For superconductor, you mean this design? Well, I started this somewhere a year ago, something like that. This was one of my first uh, things I started designing and also doing in live stream because I noticed that I didn't do much live streams and I want to improve my live stream thing. Let's say it like this. So I started to design in cantilever arm 3D printer. I think it's more about the basics of this machine, the idea that I have and that I want to accomplish. I think the end result would be, yeah, totally different. Not totally, no, not. In main lines, it will be the same, but some little changes, some upgrades, some improvements. Because on the front side, I have printed this part. It looks awesome in 3D, but in real life, it doesn't look that great. Well, it does look great. I think several people saw it already, but there needs some improvements on it. Yeah, I was thinking about that you meant also make a Viking. Yeah, true. And I also don't know. I mean, I'm not an active member on the Facebook group from Creality. Um, I think since I see that people from YouTube are coming to my videos, I don't know where they are going to be shared and what people are saying about it. I mean, I make videos. Um, I mean, people can see my mistakes if it are mistakes, but my purpose of making videos is to help other people to get something done in the most easiest and simplest way. And if there are better ways, then okay, so be it. I'm very simple or very easy on that. Yeah, awesome guys needs to have some extra support. Um, so I need to. So the arrangement of the stopper motors, I want to keep it there, so I can use the timing belt there. But I need to do something here with the thickness because I think it's way too thick. Hmm. Ah, silently. So nobody tells that 3D print creator is also designing a 3D printer. The fifth axis? Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, and that's also a thing that um, the more parts you are going to use within a design, the more expensive it is going to be. If I order all parts to build this 3D printer, it would cost me around the 200 euros. So yeah, it's. I mean, you need to have four stepper motors. You need to have extrusions. You need to have an alt end. There are several things, and the most costly things on a 3D printer: the display, the power supply unit, the main board, and the extrusions, and also the controller board, the stepper motors. So those things are the most expensive things. But something like the timing belt, the toothed gears, nozzles, belts, or no, I already mentioned that, wires, screws, those aren't the most expensive parts. Those things, all heated beds, just to name a few. Hmm. Are you still live now? Yeah, I'm still live. Just 1 hour 30 minutes, and I'm planning to stay as long as possible. And most of the people here in the chat already know me by now. And basically also oh, this one. Um, yeah, this printer, I don't know how good it is going to be, but there are several people who offered already uh, not really money for it, but they said, I want to have it. My neighbor across, he said that he would like to have it. So that is not really possible because something like this part here is a little bit more than 20 centimeters, so that is going to be difficult. How high is your printer? I think 10, no, 100, 100, 100? Yeah, so basically things are going to add up the cost pretty fast. And companies like Reality, yeah, they are already close by the suppliers from those stuff. So they buy it in huge quantities. So they get a very low price, and that makes the huge difference between the machines that we can build and the machines that they make. Ah, hey, dude, I also have the Easy Treat X1. I'm not going to mock, because that was my third printer on the channel. I think you know me then there. I mean, I don't know. No, this one is is too big for that. Also, one tip: if you're working in Tinkercad or in any other CAD designing software, make sure to have a caliper next to you. If you are going to, make some measurements or see something in real life, I don't have it here, but if you are talking about 5 mm, so that you can see with your caliper how big 5 mm is going to be. This model is this model is 12.5 centimeters, so 125 mm. It's printed on the resin printer, the Elegoo Mars 2 Pro. But hey, to start working with 3D printers, I think the EZ3 is a good printer. Yeah, true. At this moment, mine is not working. I think it's standard. I didn't use it for some time. I did start to use it, but I got some problems with the printer, so very inconsistent. Let's say it like this, because you know what? When you are going to slice something, you put it on the SD card, you put the SD card in, and then you can print only that file. But in my case, it doesn't respond at all. Yeah, yeah, I think that too. I mean, yeah, true. Uh, hmm, yeah, yeah. Also, yes, if you want to have better details or stronger prints, going slower is even better. But if you are doing some prototyping that you want to see if measurements are correct, then go for fast. At least I would do that. Yeah, I know. You can also use the USB cable, but also that didn't work. Oh, by the way, for the people who are wondering, there are several things laying here that aren't going to be used as templates or as copy and pasting some other stuff. Hey, Ethan's dad, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the live stream. Easy treat. Nice, cute printer. I mean, the printer itself is not bank breaking. I can tell you that. Oh, by the way, that printer doesn't save anything if you want to change it. So changing E steps or calibrating your printer, it's a no-go. I tried it. If you can succeed in it, very nice. Because I ruined my Easy Treats control board with that. I had to buy a new one because I could get some firmware on it, but it gives some problems. So eventually I ordered a brand new board, installed it, made a video about it as well. I mean, I'm at it. I can still change the boards. Let's see how that goes. Just connecting to the, yeah, true. And make sure you don't turn down your computer while printing. That's exactly what you are calibrating your Easy Treat X1. I regret I bought it 5 minutes ago. No, serious. Easy Treat is advertising it as a kid's 3D printer. So it needs to be easy to operate. And I noticed when I was calibrating the printer in the X and Y axis, it's close to spot on. But for the Z axis, it's the calibration cube was 19.5. So you can compensate that in your slicer so that you will get a correct calibration cube, but it is going to look odd in your slicer. But other than that, the printer when it runs, it runs. It's doesn't need any heat bed, but you need to take you need to make sure that your bed is well enough leveled. But I got a lot of prints out of there. You got it working? Yeah, for me, several times also mentioned in one of my videos, when I am going to test my printer, I'm going to hook it up with a USB cable to my laptop, and I'm going to make some test prints and see where the limits are for my 3D printer. So yeah. So if you want to calibrate the Z-axis, you need to do it over your slicer software and putting it, a few millimeters higher on the Z-axis, and then you can compensate. Your model looks a little bit weird on the slicer, but when you are going to print it, it does look okay. What you can also do is putting a extra G-code into your start G-code, where it is going to calibrate every single time when you are going to print over the SD card. That's also another way. Yeah, you get main board, you get wires, you have a nice board, you have some step motors. So yeah. Hey Dan, how you doing, sir? Happy weekend or still just a little bit working? If you want, you can hang out. Long time no see. Uh, yeah. Which doesn't move the z-axis. Hmm. I'm thinking what you mean. Yeah, I have heard that you can control the basics of your 3D printer over in the start G code. So when you are going to print a calibration cube, Benji, or some other models, but in the start G codes, you can put something like G28 for homing on all axes, heat up the nozzle to a certain temperature, something like that. And I also know that you can do some calibration, for example, to have something like x-axis, e steps for the x-axis is 80.80 and y is 80.00 and the z-axis something like that. I mean, I've heard that it is possible. I never tried it in real life. No, I'm going to 3D print them, and the printer that I'm going to use for it is going to be the Ender 6. Okay, superconductor. Nice also to have you in the on the stream. Nice to have you here. So have a nice time. No, but I don't have any laser cutter or something like that. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to grab some water because I ran out of water and I need to get to stay hydrated. So just a second. Um, yeah, of course. Indeed. Um, if you are going to print a part, use some chamfers where you can. Excess motors makes the part a bit stronger. Oh yeah. Basically, what I'm going to do. This is the master, the master plan. But once I'm happy with certain parts that I know that are going to be worked on further, I'm going over to a new empty work work area, and there I'm going to copy it too, and then I'm going to make some little adjustments like those chamfers or some other things that I want to change. The part is good, but I want to have that adjusted, or want to have adjusted like that, or because one of the things that where I was thinking about, my board where it is now, it's looking nice. It's out of the way, but then I cannot put an USB connector into it, and I also don't have the SD card which I can put in there. So I need to really rethink about that. It's wet though. So there are some things that I still need to do here, but I'm not sure about the placement of the controller box. But are there some people who likes to hang out in the chat? I mean, on screen. Then let me know. I will put a. Where is it? Oh, yeah, it's still there. Okay. So if you want to join in the live stream, please let me know. Hey, old commission, how are you doing? Are there a logo on the? Oh yeah, also the wiggly eyes here, something like that, and here the little marshmallow man or a pumpkin man. Uh, the issues with the Z-axis are due to the axis being belt driven. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, true. One of my videos from last summer when I did some, where I did the calibration, I also wanted to tension the belts a little bit more, but that is very hard on those printers. Sorry, I don't want to feel you more guilty, 3D print creator. Uh, I think that would be possible, but I never made a video about that. I know from Chris Riley that he made a video last week about G codes, or specifically start and end G codes. So you should check that video out. There's also a G code wiki that you can where you can look that up. Yeah, that is the one. So I have shared a link with the raprat.org wiki G code, where everything from every G code is standing. Chris Riley also mentioned it, so you can check that video out from Chris Riley and see if you can get some little adjustments before you are going to print. It has more muscle than I thought. Tinkercad, yes. I'm still in Tinkercad, buddy. Okay. Make sure that your microphone is working properly. I'm not for. I do not know for sure, but in theory, it should be possible. But like mentioned, check out the video from Chris Riley, and with this question, you can ask him as well. He knows quite a lot about those kind of things. It sounds like I won't be adjusting my offset by. I don't know. Depending on how well your machine is dialed in. But I mean, I don't know which machine you mean, old curmudgeon. But the Easy Treat has some very thin timing belts, and they can slack very easily. Mm. Uh, the one about 3 messages up. Is it about the slack of the Z-axis belt, which no fucks given mentioned? Okay. Let's see. I want to have that there. Okay. So I'm going to save this process in the meantime, because there are some things that I want to rethink. I didn't do anything there. So like mentioned, I have ordered parts for actually do the builds. So eventually I'm going to start working on the parts, on the design, and I need to test fit everything. Uh, let's see. So this is one front part of the Zach one. You need to check out how I want to have it with the letters. Yeah. So how's the chat doing? Where are you working on, Old Commercian? Yes, also something that I didn't like here with the letters. Just close out the work week. Nice. It's one of the better times. You're building a large house in Valheim. Nice. Cool. Cool. Awesome. Combining the talents together. I like that. Mm. So I have this weird letters. And I don't really like them like that. So maybe a little space in between there. Not the most beautiful thing here. Still a little thing here. Do I like this? No, I don't like that. Um, I don't know why I had the screws over there. I hope this is okay like that. Needs to be easy printable. But I think that there is too much plastic in it if I'm going to print it like this. I don't need to see about that. Oh, heb ik geen muziek? Cool. Cool. Print all the plastics, lol. Yeah, I mean, I'm printing it anyways, but the thing is that I want to get it as fast as possible printed without printing that much in plastic and still being rigid. Maybe I can make this one more time again, but then no. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to slice it and print it. See how it is going to work out, you know? Right? Best approach. I got the window still mounted, printed. Okay. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
There I am. How you doing? Can you hear my voice?
Yes, I hear your voice. I put the music a little bit down.
Great.
Streambeats.
Yeah, I had to do things that I enter it with my telephone because for some reason I couldn't get the cameras in the studio working. So I've got this camera and that camera over there. But for some reason I couldn't get it working.
With StreamYards?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But how is your set? It's you need to be able to select it in StreamYards.
Yeah. I know, but it's something with Blackmagic that doesn't like StreamYards, and there are a lot of things about it on the internet. So I do it with my phone now.
Oh wow!
And it works.
Yeah, it's crazy. I try to use Streamlabs in combination as virtual camera, and then use it on StreamYards. But I like to tend to do things the simple and easy way.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, okay, I'm going to do it simple.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Same goes for me. I like to do it simple, and well, I've got my streaming setup here set up, but yeah, it didn't work.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Last Saturday, I tested out my my iPhone. I started a live stream outside, far out of reach of my Wi-Fi network, just testing it out, how my live stream does on my phone.
Yeah.
It was pretty well.
Okay, great.
Just a 5-minute live stream, just testing out so that I can hear back.
Yeah.
How the audio is, how the image looks like, how the connection is.
That kind of things.
Yeah, because if there is ever going to be a maker fair here in the Netherlands, fingers crossed.
Yep.
Then I can use that setup on everyday base to make some reports of it, there. But
Yeah.
the equipment has to work.
Yeah, I've got another set of equipment then because I have a live streaming device with 4 network cards. So 4 telephone network cards that
Mm-hmm.
can bring me up to stream then. And yeah, it's something I used for fairs in Germany. I went to a lot of photo fairs there, and then I did live streaming there. So I have that equipment already, but yeah, I never used it here in the Netherlands.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to also to go last year to Malta to the Maker Fair there. It was going to be the first Maker Fair in Malta, so I wanted to be there. And also
Yeah,
meeting up
me
with
too.
several people because I saw that Joel would come, and of course the 3D
Joe.
Maker Noob,
Yep. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
several people. So I thought, hey, it's going to be a nice gathering, and then Italy closed down, and later on Malta, and I thought, oh, shoot.
Yep. Same to me. And then there was a Dutch Maker Fair, and I couldn't come because I had to work on another fair myself.
Mm. Well, the other thing was that 1 week before I booked the hotel in Malta. I lost
Wow.
120 euros on that. I had to
Wow.
wait just 1 week longer.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, happens.
Those things happen. Too bad.
But the crazy thing is that we are still struggling here with wave number 2 or maybe 3. It's
Yeah, they say it's wave number 3 already. So yeah.
yeah, I think also that's wave number 3, but
Yeah.
and there are
Yeah.
some countries are already going better and better because everybody is getting vaccinated, and yeah, here in the Netherlands we
Well,
are depending on the European Union about
when we are getting vaccinated, yeah. Yeah.
we
I I,
we have
I
here in
already
the
had it. So
yeah, look at you. um
not the vaccination, but the disease.
oh, okay, either way you got recovered from that, and your
Yep.
body is making antibodies for that, if everything was correct.
I hope so, yeah. But it was more than half a year ago, so now they don't know if that's still counting.
Somebody said something to me. No, I don't see it. Zach, Twitter, DM, window mount. Oh, cool. Very nice. The window mount from Old Connection. Um, yeah, so in here in the Netherlands, we have a company that makes vaccines, and they
Yeah,
send it to the
Janssen.
United States.
Yeah, yeah,
And
Janssen does.
yeah, Janssen. I
Yeah,
think, okay, cool, awesome. How are you going to get it as well? Why why
yeah.
would we need
I,
to buy it elsewhere?
I guess I heard we are getting 30 million doses in Europe, and about 5,000 of them will be going to the Netherlands.
Um, when that when the vaccination program started, I heard that I would be somewhere in the second quarter of 2021. So around May, June. Now that is
Yeah,
already shifted to July, August.
Yeah.
So with a little bit of luck, maybe during Christmas I have my vaccinations done.
Well, I sure hope I get it before September because then I'm planning to go on holiday. So yeah.
I don't have any holidays planned yet. I'm one walking question mark right now. What is going to happen in 2021?
Yeah. Yeah, I had a holiday planned last year, and then I got a voucher for it. So that voucher has to be used this year.
Yeah, I also had a voucher, but I said to Ryanair, okay, just give me the money. Because at this moment, our company is in movement and it's also not known when everything is done. So for
Yeah.
me, the ticket for Malta was to go to be expired within a few months. So for me, it was a no go.
Yeah.
So I hope my next plane ticket that I will going to book is going to be for the United States.
Yeah,
If
you want to go to the States and also for printing or for holiday?
printing and holiday
Printing, yeah. Both.
and Starship and Starship.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to be there one time
Yeah.
just to see it.
Same for me.
Not for
To
the
meet
test.
Jessica and go for the test.
I mean, if they are going to be in testing, fine. If they are not, also fine.
Yeah.
It's, for
Yeah,
me,
same goes for me. And I also want to meet Jessica. It's a fun girl.
yeah, she's fun. She's
Yeah.
awesome. I think also meeting Boca Chica Gal and Jack
Yeah. Also.
Byer.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw from Maria Ponter, I
Hmm.
saw her husband. I saw him filming a part, and then you saw the camera going that direction. I saw some guy standing on top of his Nissan Patrol, something like that. No, on his Range Rover, and I thought, oh, that's Jack, because I knew that he had a Range Rover.
He had the Range Rover there. Yeah.
Yeah, people are
Yeah.
just
Fun.
standing on the top of their pickup trucks.
Yeah.
I don't care if there are some dents in the roof.
Come up through Mexico. They've tested positive across the border daily. You should have no trouble. Yep. Yeah. True. Oh, they're
Yeah,
still.
so and Reciprint is going or is finished.
I have two resin printers,
Which
but to be
ones?
honest, I have the Elegoo Mars and the Mars Pro. And the problem for me is that I'm pretty allergic to the resin, so
Ah,
I'm a bit scared of the resin.
but
So yeah,
I think you are using the PPE material, the gloves, the mask.
yeah, of course, yeah,
Yeah, I tried. Yeah, okay. Now this is fully cured and all. Um, for me, it's just my first week into resin printing. I already made one video. Um, it's different. You don't have
yeah,
dust, but because you don't have dust, you have fluids.
yep,
Fluids that are more dangerous than the dust from normal FDM printers. But
yep, it's true.
if you have an allergic or allergy for plastic, then that can also
Yeah,
be a
it's
problem.
the strange thing. I'm not allergic to anything except for resin. I found out, and I had to go get a needle stick in my arm. Uh, yeah, to get rid of that allergic reaction. So
Was it
it
that
was pretty.
that's extreme?
Yeah, yeah, it was really serious.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, that was something that scared me off, and that's also because I told in the chat that I'm working on a printer that can be more reliable with sturdy Z axis. Oh, my wife is coming in with our new dog, so.
A little baby.
But I'm working on that new printer, and one of the ways to get it more reliable. And here comes my German Shepherd. Sorry, not German, Belgian Shepherd. So here it is. It's a puppy.
Cool.
But one of the ways to get more sturdy FDM prints on the Z-axis is by painting with resin and then curing it. But that's not going to work for me because I'm too allergic to do that trick.
Even
So
though
now
when you're wearing gloves, something like that.
Yeah, I'm more afraid than that really something is going to happen a second time because after the allergic reaction, I've been printing, I think 10 times now. I'm just afraid.
I can imagine that that you don't want to, but so that means you close the chapter of working with resin.
Not really. No, I'm still printing with it, but I'm very.
Good.
Yeah. I'm afraid for the printer. It's the first printer that really scares me off.
Not because of the complexity of the machine.
No, not the complexity, but just if something happens, the time when it happened to me, my glove was ripped open, and I didn't know it. So I touched the resin without knowing it, and whoa, that gave a reaction.
So we have normally latex gloves, the normal surgical hand gloves, but
Yeah.
I can imagine that you also can take something like you would use if you are going to clean. Those rubber
Yeah.
latex gloves are a little bit thicker.
There are thicker gloves, and I have them here, although not here, but in the house where the printer is. And I have to work with those thicker gloves, but they really don't work that well. With the latex gloves, you can feel everything. With the thicker gloves, you can't.
Yeah.
So that is a problem. And also with that other printer that I'm designing, painting would be so much easier to get the Z height strength. But yeah, that's not going to happen. So now I'm trying to rotate the hot end and print on the side of the print, so I can get not only this type of movement, but also this type of movement.
Yeah.
On the print.
Yeah, I was thinking about a certain direction because the belt printer prints in diagonal way instead of just the typical building it up, just going in diagonal. So when you said that, when you mentioned that, I thought already a certain angle of printing.
But the thing is, if you're always printing in one angle, no matter if it's this angle or 45-degree angle, then still the weak spot is there where the layers are bonding on each other.
Yeah.
And therefore, I want to have a second layer printing on it in the opposite direction.
Yeah, because
so that's the idea of this printer.
If you are looking to the horizontal plane, the X and Y axis are always connected with each other.
Yeah.
They don't, you cannot rip them apart.
You cannot, no, it's only the Z axis that's the problem. Yeah. And that's what I want to change, because when the Z axis is printed, so when the complete print is on top, then I want to change the direction of the nozzle and go in this direction and try to print in. And there are several things that I'm trying out at the moment. This is one thing, but it's very difficult because you need almost a needle as a hot end, because otherwise you can't fill the gaps. So that's a problem. The other thing that's what I'm trying to do is to make funnels in between the prints, and those funnels can be filled with molten material. So then you can make a I don't know the English word for it. You can fill it up with molten PLA, for example. And if you do that, then it's also extremely strong. So that's also something I'm experiencing.
You mean fusing? Fusion?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's more like what's the correct word for it? Pressing in the material under pressure.
Okay.
I can't find the words. It's really stupid. Gieten.
Gieten.
The Dutch word for it is gieten.
Molding.
Yeah, molding. Yeah. So I want to make the print, and then funnels inside that print that can be filled with pressure molding.
Yeah. The full plastic scientist says the long-term toxic effects of skin contact with resin is terrifying. Yeah, I think Joel said it in one of his videos. The only way to find out if you are allergic for resin is working with resin, and over time you notice if you are allergic for that or not.
Yeah.
So always being careful, wear PPE material when as much as possible.
That's what the doctor also said to me, and it can even be that you can be working with it for a year and don't have any problems with it, and then it can come.
Nah, don't tempt the devil, huh?
Yeah.
That would be awesome, having 2 planes of stress. Yeah, I think that too. I think the idea is pretty awesome to hear. I'm also having this idea with 3 robot arms, printing in all directions and building up one huge complex thing.
Yes.
Still,
let me get something, then I can show the complexity of it.
Awesome. That we want to see on this channel. Especially for thread. Yes.
For example, a structure like this, or even get a better one.
He's going to get a better one, people.
A structure like this. This is for a cabinet, which has to be mounted on top, and then you can put a stick inside, which has to be held by the holes over here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you make a structure like this, of course you print it this in this direction, but then it can easily break on the C layers here. Now, if you would try and print on this direction afterwards, then you would make this a very, very strong print. So that for this part would be very easy to do because, well, it's a very simple part to do that. Now, if you would do that over here, then you would really have a problem because you have to have a very thin needle that goes in in between all the dents and the layers, and so it would be very difficult to get to the inside here.
Yeah.
And therefore, this would be a very difficult print, while this would be a very easy print to do in a 4th or even 5th axis.
Yeah. If you have basic or simple shapes that are easily accessible, then yes, that would be possible. But if you are 3D printing a castle or a church model or some other things, that would be more complex to get it done.
Yeah, for sure.
Because what we now see, we get some bottom layers and some sides, and then we get the infill, and that goes then further and further. But then if you are going to get something like that, you probably have to start from the inside and go to the outside, something like that.
Yeah. That's the second thing you have to think of. If you want to have this correctly in dimensions, then you have to know that the layer you are putting on the side is also adding up to the thickness. So you have to print a very thin structure that is printed this way. because you're also going to print it this way.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's something that's pretty difficult for the slicer, because there is no slicer that you can use, so you have to build your own slicer then.
They are built on the FDM principle.
Yeah, it's more for the CNC principle. There are many 5-axis CNC routers. So
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
using the
but
CNC principle for it, but then for adding material instead of taking away the material.
yeah, yeah, indeed. I do like the idea. There's some
Yeah. And then the second thing is I want to make it as cheap as possible and achievable for under 400 euros to make a thing like this.
I know from a brand in I think on university they had this Prusa with a fifth axis thing on the extruder. I saw something coming by. I'm not sure what the exact wording for it is, but it's going around it.
Yeah. Yeah, there are multiple ways of doing it. The easiest way is a 5-axis system. Then what happens is that you have the extruder that's on this direction will be exchanged for this direction, so that's the 4th axis. Or you are going to rotate this one, and you still stay on top here, but then you have to rotate over here, and that's the 5th axis. So your bed will be a rotating bed, and that makes it a 5-axis movement. And that's the easiest way of doing it.
Well, I'm already bending my head about it. Hey, Michael Kessel, welcome to the live stream. Infill. I think that's about the topic where Brian was talking about. Yeah, usually when you're printing 3D printing cubes, something like that, you always have infill. I think also in this way, you have to think about how the infill is going to look like, because infill is usually what it says. It fills in between the walls from the outside. So
yeah, that's immediately a problem, because that was also one of the things I was thinking about when I was talking about injection molding. That was the word I couldn't find. When you are injection molding material inside your print instead of using infill, then also you make the part really, really strong. Now, the problem with injection molding is that you have to make a 100% infill. And because the material expands and collapses due to different temperatures, it's very, very difficult to do that injection molding inside plastic part that is of the same material. It would be different for brass or bronze or that kind of materials, but inside plastic made 3D printed structure, it's very difficult to do injection molding. I've been experimenting with that too.
Full plastic scientist, that example removes a lot of design constraints for structural engineering parts. I think also about the topic where we are talking about. So yeah. Yeah, and especially if you want to stay under a certain budget, you really need to think about how to overcome those kind of things that you need to solve first. Then,
yeah, because if budget is no problem, then there are a lot of printers that use different methods than FDM printing that are great.
Yeah, I was also thinking about it when now we are printing a layer, hot lines on top of the other just printed layer, so the adhesion is at its best. But if there is too much cooling already done, the other new lines that are going to print on top of it, they can fall apart or going to split.
Yeah, there is also another fun thing you can do, and there are already splicers that can do this. You can, for example, take this example again. You can, for example, print first the bottom lines, so the bottom part, and then one side of the wall, the other side of the wall, one side of the wall, the other side of the wall, and then with the head go over it and print like this. So the z-axis isn't a straight line, but it's curved.
Plein
Planar, yeah.
printing.
Yep. And this is also a very nice way of improving the strength of the z-axis.
I do need to say that currently most FDM printers are not built for this kind of printer movements, even though it is a 3D printer.
Yeah,
it's still
true.
working on several layers, but plein printing, all the printers that we have now are not built to do that. To make
Almost
this,
all printers we have can do planar printing, but they can only do it with a maximum of 3 times the layer height that your nozzle is capable of. So if you have a 0.4 millimeter nozzle, then 1.2 millimeters is the maximum height adjustment you can make in that planar printing structure. And that's because of the V shape of the nozzle, and it's also depending on what kind of nozzle you are using, but this is possible.
It's not that you print one line and then go 1 centimeter next to it, and that's not possible at this moment.
No.
That's non-planar.
No.
That's, yeah.
So yeah, there are a lot of things to think of, but yeah, I'm already busy with this for half a year now, thinking of a way to make a stronger printer that way, and I'm doing it with a hypercube design that I'm working with. So it's a normal hypercube, but then every time I change things in the design to experiment.
Some people are not going over the 5% infill. Speaking of
I haven't read the chat. What's up with the 5% infill?
We were talking about infill. Yeah, I do use infill quite a lot since I started with resin printing. It doesn't have any infill, but it's on another topic. Yeah, sometimes my prints have 10% or 15% infill, depending on the strength of the part that I'm printing.
Yeah.
Just like
most of the times I use 25% on FDM prints.
Got to be budget. Pull-down robots and a stick hot end on it for angle printing. Yeah. So expensive though. Yeah, indeed. The adhesion is poor from overcooling. Yeah, that was also one of my thoughts. But if it can work, it works.
Yeah, sure. I have to do something, just a little.
Ironing as well.
Because I don't want to get your channel demonetized, so I am going to cover what I'm drinking in masking tape.
Sorry?
I'm covering what I'm drinking in masking tape to not get your channel demonetized.
Yeah, I also need to be very careful with that.
So now it's only a straight piece of paper, and you can't see it's a Canon.
I know one, just off-topic talk. One of the channels that I'm also following is Big Stacked. I don't know if somebody heard of it, but he lives in Australia and he does metal printing ASMR.
Wow.
So he has he sells those foundries, and he makes from scrap metal. He makes ingots. So copper, brass, aluminum, and he doesn't. He never talks, only just text, and everything on audio is emphasized. And he has
What is the name of the channel again?
Big Stagged.
Big Stack.
Awesome video.
Big
And
Stack Casting.
yeah, exactly. Very nice. Very satisfying to watch it. But he always drinks Corona beer. I don't know why, but I found it very funny.
Yeah. Well, I drink paper beer.
Yeah, but he puts everybody see what it is, but you always see the backside of the etiquette, the label.
Yeah.
And he puts inside of his holder. So yeah, he just enjoys and then he continues. Very enjoyable channel.
Try to make it.
Parameters makes more strength than infill. True. I need to work on that.
Now it must be good.
Kanon bier?
No, Ranja.
Ranja. Continue. Strongest currently printing parameters only no top, no bottom, no infill, maximum strength and flex. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, perimeters only is the best way. Of course, yeah, it's true.
Johnny Q90, same way in his videos, never speaks. Yeah, and he he never shows his face. When you are going to see a reflection, he always wears a mask. So very well thought. But you see that he has some tattoos. One time I commented him in his video, great video. I love this kind of videos. I think you're an awesome dude. And I got a reaction back. Somebody with a lot of subscribers, a lot of views, and still getting something like that back. I think it's awesome. I mean, you see how he cares about his dogs. He always, not one video passes by, but he always also shows the dogs and just patting the dogs, putting some attention to the dogs in the videos as well.
There's also a guy I'm following. It's a Dutch guy, Freek Wieringa. He is a blacksmith. And back in the days, he also never came to the channel. And when he came to the channel with his face, then he was always wearing a lasers mask. I don't know what the English word is. But he always wears that mask. But then if you go to his channel on for example, Instagram or whatever, then he's always there with his face. So only on YouTube he has that image.
Oh yeah, but that is cool. I mean, I think that you put a brand on there. I mean, from the Goon Squad, I have an idea how they are called, but not precise.
Yeah.
But I do know where they live. Yeah,
I don't.
I have this thing. I see that, and I'm really curious. Wow, where do they live? What is the area? And sometimes they reveal little things. And yeah. Sometimes I'm a little bit crazy, I know.
By the way, I have to say that I don't have a charger here, and my phone is now on 15%. So, well, I'm not going to stay very long anymore.
Oh. So you're going to
The
leave me
problem with
now?
streaming from the phone. No. But the phone is it's at 15%. I think it can hold up for half an hour or something like that.
Still 15? Wow.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. So
He seems to be in Europe or maybe Middle East, based on his rooftop. Cool. Yeah, but sometimes you can see with this kind of videos, you don't have to talk to make YouTube videos.
no,
Or you
there
have,
are a lot of good channels that the people don't ever talk.
I have also a subscription on videos and Doodleos or something like that. So I can make cartoons if I want.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't say that I'm a shy guy because that would be sounding very weird. But there are some uncertainties that I had in the past that I had to overcome to make actual YouTube videos.
Huh? I have to. Sorry, I have to be away for just a second. Yeah. Damn it for me.
Oh, I was.
So I'm
he
here
was.
again. So I had to get my dog.
I thought you put your screen on gray.
No. It's the background. It's the. Yeah, I can show you a
I know
little bit
you
of
said
it.
it.
Over here is the cupboard, and there is a camera over there.
Uh-huh.
Then over there is also a camera and with some lighting and that kind of things. And then there is a blue wall behind me, so I can do inserts on it.
Yeah.
And I have this friendly little lady that is 12 weeks old, and that is demanding.
Cool.
So, love her. Yeah, this is my studio space, and yeah, this is where I make most of my videos.
Cool. There's more room than I have. Something like
Well,
that.
it's 2.5 meters by 6 meters.
Yeah. 12 square meters.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But I also do have when we go inside the house, then there is also a studio, and that is where most of my printers are. But it's always a mess there, so that I don't record there.
So basically, everything you see here is my space.
Yeah.
Everything is within the 6 square meters, 8 square meters.
Yeah.
So meaning my printers are here, my setup is here.
I thought I even once heard you say that also your wife is there with her space.
Yeah, there's my living room. It's all living room, but there's the sofa, television. There's the dinner table, the kitchen.
Yeah.
So
when your wife is watching a video, she is hearing you.
yeah, and there are some times that she wants to grab some potato chips, some Lay's, some other things.
Yeah.
Because it is very silent, I hear those sounds, and I say,
Yeah.
Can you go a little bit softer? I'm trying to record a video here.
Yeah, I know that feeling. That's why I have this separate room.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. There is one room, but that is next to my daughter's, her bedroom. So
Yeah,
my wife said,
not an
"No,
option as well.
you're not going to sit there doing live stream because if you're going to make sound, everybody is going to hear that."
Yeah, that's not an option. Well, we had a few kids living here, but they're now all living in their own houses. So yeah, we have the whole place for ourselves.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about or making a big shed in the garden. But then the
That's
question
where this
comes,
is.
how big do I need to have it to be fully functional for and YouTube and also printing? So
I have 16 by 9 meters of shed in the garden, but then this is a small portion of it.
okay. Yeah, and if it is only your studio, it doesn't have to be that big. I mean, I'm sitting here on a desk that is, I think 140, 160.
Well, the desk that
150.
I have here, yeah, the desk that I have here, where my computers are and my printer is on, that kind of things, it's all one board of underlayment, which is 244 by 122. That's my desk.
Works great. Mine is
Yeah.
not 140, not 160, no 150. Yeah, I have here 3 monitors, 2 laptops. It's pretty crowded, can I say?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to buy, but I don't know when it's going to happen. But I'm willing to buy one big curved monitor. You know those curved monitors, those big ones.
Love them.
Yeah, me too. But the thing is that or they are low resolution, or they are extremely expensive. So
Then I go for flat.
yeah.
Puppy prefer freedom units. Oh, sounds bigger. Yeah, more freedom. You're lucky. That's double my maker space. Which from who? From him or for me? For me.
Well, it's pretty big, I have to say. It's true.
What I have?
Carmen, come. Hij is weer gezet.
5 feet folding table. Oh, we know what you mean.
Yeah, 34-inch Banggood monitor. Boy, I wish I had that. I have this ISO monitor over here. That's my photo monitor, and it's a 30-inch photo monitor from ISO. And then I've got that smaller monitor there, and this is where I control my live streams, etc.
Cool. No, I have two 24-inch. No, 3. Yeah, it looks crazy here.
So, but
this is my setup.
Oh, great!
Oh my gosh! So three monitors.
3 monitors. Yeah.
So You know, during my daytime job, I'm using this. During the evening, I'm using this.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
screen which I'm using as main screen is always the screen that flips or between this or between that.
So you're not using the same computer, or are those three screens on one computer, or are separate computers?
One laptop that I have here is the laptop for my work as full-time office employee. I'm using the laptop and two screens. During the evening, I'm using my MacBook with the one daytime monitor and the evening. 24-inch BenQ I use daily for cat, highly recommended.
My earbuds lost connection, so
I hear.
have to
I hear.
reconnect them.
From Zach. Yeah, 8 square meters. That is pretty big. But yet, I am also going vertical.
We'll reconnect.
Every time when I'm using, when I'm going to record a video, means that I need to clean this desk, take everything off, or most of the things off, and I put the printer that I'm going to use in the video, I'm putting on there. But now, because of the resin printer standing there, I need to find some separate room to have it in there. I move away from dual, but that's personal preference.
I'm not sure if you can still hear me, but my phone is now on 4%, and I lost connection to my earbuds.
It's going to starving mode. Yeah, but I can hear you. Are you usually?
I can now hear on my YouTube because I've now put sound to my monitor. I can hear you can still hear me, but there is a slight delay now.
So if I say yes, then you say yes as well, okay? So yes. So around the 10-15 second delay. 49-inch Asus ROG ultra wide. I heard a lot of great things about that one as well.
2, 3, 4, 5.
49-inch. This was for then again. I said about 40-inch not long ago. Yeah, I think 24-inch is big, but I mean 27, 30, 34, 49. How big can it go?
Well, for both you and the audience. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll see you in the next stream.
Good. Then I will see you too.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching Zachary's stream, and see you all later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. What do I have here? Prefer multi, can maximize a window. That way I can stop where I want. I do like my 3-screen setup because just in the case of this live stream, on my MacBook Pro screen, there I have my YouTube stream studio, let's say like that. And I have my Twitter, so I can invite some people if they want. Hint, hint. Then I have here the other screen where I can view some websites, some things that people request. And then here the screen from StreamYards. Yeah, a 75-inch TV, but the DPI is horrible, horrid. But I don't know if Dan is still in the chat. How did you get a Stratasys 3D printer, sir? Tell me, I want to know. I want to know. I'm going to close this. I'm going to print it another time. Thanks for having you. Dan was here. Maybe he's in listening mode, but I'm really curious how he got this huge 3D printer. Let's see how my website is doing, by the way. I wasn't there for a long time. Just a question, chat. How much would a web page? No, I'm thinking about it to let somebody redesign my websites. How much would that cost me? I mean, I'm very busy with the channel itself and also the merch, but there are some things that I want to change on the website and that they work, that I just need to upload some maybe new STL files or some new firmware. Yeah. So this is currently my website. Just, have something filled in there where I worked on, things that I did. And my latest post was from 10 December. What doesn't exist anymore? What do you mean, Brian? Hmm? Doesn't exist anymore. No, but I'm thinking to use Fiverr to put there some work that I want to have done. So, for example, new logo. To build a bot stream starts in 25 minutes. Oh, you mean from Jerry? Hmm. Yeah, I see. when I'm using when I'm googling for, or no, when I'm looking on YouTube for websites, Elementor, something like that, most of the times people from India are making those tutorials. Hey, 3D Makers Help, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the live stream. Well, I think, yeah, €1,000 is for my budget a little bit much. So I don't know what the average price is to let somebody make the website. But on the other hand, I want to also make sure that there are no backdoors or some other things, because the site is not only for people providing information to help people out, to give support, but also to generate money, have a web shop in there. What's the disadvantage of a template site like Squarespace? I don't think it's bad. Mine is from WordPress. I think, I mean, I'm not. It's not that I'm not happy with the site, but I think there are some things that can be improved. I'm not a professional web designer. I do think that there are some huge improvements that can be done. But something like this are also here. Cura profile settings. I click on it and I come here. And then you can click on here and you get your download for the Easy Treat X1. Or here, slicing software. Very nice article to read. Asking. Oh, thank you. That the website looks nice. You also want to build your website? I use WordPress. I use the Astra WordPress theme. It's in combination with Elementor, and Elementor is a site builder with some predefined no, Astra has, oh my gosh, Astra team has certain templates. In combination with Elementor, you are able to make a very nice website within a few minutes. Oh yeah, indeed. You can use the playlist uploads, and then your videos are also going to be visible on your website. Oh, that's very smart, very handy. So the integration and automation is made. So click start on Squarespace and transition to one hosted custom build leader. Kind of sensitive. Close my site. Yeah. I have several ideas for websites. But one of the main purpose is to provide some extra information next to the YouTube videos, of course. But just like you can see, I also put my slicer profiles on there, my firmware. I also have some things with firmware, just like here. Yeah, something like this. This is just some default text that I just copied in to have something filled in there. But yeah, changing the firmware ANET is also here. Just the text that I still need to change. Because recently I changed it from the layout that I had before to this setup. I think it looks quite nice, but there are some tweakings that needs to be done. Oh yeah. Start on Squarespace and then move to my own custom site later. Yeah. Yeah, as you could see, Brian, I also don't like typing. I mean, it's not fully working. But the thing is, I'm currently so occupied with my normal full-time day job, 3D printing, video editing, also doing the things that I need to do for my family. You know, it's kind of busy. It looks nice. I found templates. I find the template side a bit tacky, but functional. Yeah. I mean, in some ways, you need to have some plugins, and if you just like Brian said, if you are using a standard upload file where when you post your new YouTube video, that's automatically also transferred to your website. Something like those things are very handy. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking, oh well, this is terrible. Um, I put myself into some higher targets. I think this is okay, but can better. Also, for example, some people say, "Oh well, this print looks great. It's a pretty job and machine well dialed in." And I'm looking at it. Can I not print it better? I mean, I in some ways I find things okay, but in some other ways I can find it very difficult to accept it that it is looking okay. It's weird. I know. I'm weird. You made a website using Notepad. That is awesome. You can do that? Nice. Yeah, you're welcome. No, I'm very strict on myself sometimes. Maybe too strict. My playlist on YouTube generate my menus on my website. If I have a new printer, I make a new playlist. Cool. Yeah, but it has to be in certain ways. It has to be. It needs to be appealing to people. Really watch what you have on there. I mean, if it is just going about the text, then you can have an early 90s website, aka Netscape kind of website with only text in Times Roman. 2 media repeating patterns on your flat surfaces from your prints. I did also some notepads website designing, but that didn't last very long. I think I wrote 2 lines, and I was like, no, nope. Yeah, see you later, man. I'm going to continue with the live stream. So if people want to hang out, feel free. It's already 1 o'clock. Oh my gosh. It's a little bit later than I thought. Oh, live stream is already 3 hours and 20 minutes. Ah. Time to put on my glasses. Oh yeah. I saw yesterday. I saw Adam Savage from Mythbusters talking about his R2D2 builds. Some very interesting video. See you later, Brian. Thanks for joining. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. So, but there are some things that I need to do on the website. Making some really efforts to put some text in there. Also, things that I need to move. Did it really have that Captain tape with the isolation? Wow, I don't remember that it had. Your wife will kill you? Really? Maybe you can say, wife, I buy you a new camera for your YouTube channel. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. So, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow I will receive parts for the Zach 1 3D printer. Mojo armor for Halloween would be cool too. What kind of armor? That is a typo, right? Halo. Oh yeah. I already thought Halo. Oh, there are some awesome things you can have. Did you also see that this guy printing an whole Iron Man suit? I mean, that's also awesome. That is awesome. I think the resin print is ready. I'm going to let it drip for a second. Just a second. Keep hanging here. Oh no, it's still printing. It's printing the sword. What? Yeah, oh my gosh. But the guy who printed it, it was not really it was a nice looking man, and this armor suit looks perfect. It's nice. If I would print a Iron Man suit, it would be much not fitting. Needler? I need to look that up. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. You can buy it on bol.com. Oh, cool. But you know, the thing is, you see those things in movies and games and 3D printing it and then holding it in your hands. Looks, I mean, it doesn't give you more power, but it gives you this feeling from, this is awesome. I mean, printing a whole sword or something like that, you know? Yeah, the printing part, when you get it printed, is awesome. That is the easy part. Getting the colors right, that is a story. Mm-hmm. Indeed. Wow. So somebody has 3D printed it and asked 113 euros for it. I printed a PPG. Oh, I need to look that up as well. Oh. I don't know. I didn't see that. You have to do any aesthetics, friends, functional only. But now I have NS6 assembled thanks to Zach's bits. Time to play. Nice. Are you also going to upgrade it with a BL Touch? That's a cute little gun. I can tell you that the BL Touch installation, I was amazed how simple it was. On the inside, from the cover, the fan shroud, you have two screw attachments where you can attach the BL Touch to. You don't need the springs. No, you don't need to have the springs. You only need to have two M3 times 12 screws. I use 12. And a BL Touch wire, which have a BL Touch connector on both sides. And you can attach it into that breakboard that is on the right side where all other connections are. And you need to put the firmware onto your SD card, which you can find on the Creality side. You load the printer, then after the BL Touch is installed, you go to level. There you do this mesh leveling, then it's done. And guess what? The printer does do the mesh bed leveling automatically. So I tested some prints out that were already on the SD card, and it works. Really? Yeah, I like the BL Touch on my NS6. Yeah, it does do the probing every single print. So it goes over it 2 times. So tick, tick, and then next point, that's 16 times. That was a quite easy installation. The only thing that I had to do was make it into a because connector that is on the breakboard is the same one that is on the BL Touch. So I had a extension wire, and so I cut the wire into 2 pieces to extend on the other side. And yeah, well, you saw it in my video and on Twitter. The Luke Hatfield mod on the Ender 3 I have a Capricorn tube installed on my Ender 3, and I also have a Dragonfly all metal hot end. No, the Fetus Dragonfly hot end installed on my Ender 3 Pro. But that 3D printer is going to come in one of my videos pretty soon. Because I did it in the early beginning of my YouTube channel. I also did the PTFE tube spacer kind of thing, the Luke Hatfield mod. I used a metal washer to do that. The thing is, you have to make sure that your Capricorn tube is as flush as possible. And the thing is also that the tube is going all the way down into the, against the hot end. Yeah, against the nozzle instead of, just a little bit. And when it is not correct, you get this leakage and yeah. Yeah, I also agree. All metal is the best way to go. It's the only way. This is the way. Like mentioned in the beginning of the video, the machines of reality are great, but the hot ends, they really have to do something about that. Yeah. So just go all metal to start for PETG works well on the Delta. Yeah. I mean, when you're only printing PLA on a Ender 3 and you make sure that the PTFE tube is all the way down, but after the extruder starts pulling on the filament, also the PTFE tube wiggles, and because of this motion, you get a little gap between the PTFE tube and the nozzle. Cool. Yeah, micro Swiss all metal hot end. I pay here 80 euros for it, and I think, yeah, it's a little bit expensive, but I don't want to go too cheap. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm thinking about it to buy an original Titan extruder, and also a V6 all metal hot end to install on my FL Sun Delta printer. It's a little space. Yeah, I think that why clone QQS hot and jam. Well, I really need to think about that because I cannot remember that I had one clocked nozzle or nozzle jam on the QQS Pro. No. The only thing what happened by my Delta printer is that in the middle, the top surface from the carborundum glass bed, the coating was ripped off because the nozzle was too close to the bed. Are there any new 3D printers out there? Yeah, lately don't have that much 3D printing news because not much happening. I think there I think there are a lot of brands working on brand new 3D printers. So I think April, I know from April that Creality is going to do a celebration, and then I think they're also going to release brand new products as well. So yeah, I'm wondering what 2021 is going to bring within the 3D printing news. Yeah, the man has energy, man. I like his videos. Let's make something. Space us. Yeah, awesome guy. Corix wine, CC, CO2, plasma table. Yeah, those things I do want to have as well. One of the printers that is on my wish list for this year is a Snapmaker, a machine that can do laser engraving and CNC milling and 3D printing. And also because of the style, I do like it. So, but I am thinking about it to close the live stream. It's now almost 4 hours that I'm streaming on a Friday evening. For me, it's 1:16 a.m. So, yeah, I'm feeling that my eyes are getting tired. So I need to head to bed. May try another Benji speedrun. I'm wondering, please let me know on Twitter how fast that you are printing. The garage is made for parking cars. Well, I have to add another garage stall to the house to hold that stuff. Yeah, oh yeah. I do have a parking space in front of our house, but if I would build a garage over there, I think that I will lose a lot of space. Yeah. Do I look a little bit sleepy? What are you talking about? Last G-code slice was supposed to take 25 minutes. Driver got hot and skipped. Oh, that is. Ugh. You need better cooling on a board. Yeah, sometimes printers can print pretty fast, but to the cost of what? The 4010 Nokuta? I don't know what that is. So let's wrap up this video. Everybody, thanks for hanging out during this live stream. I just watched my Zach 1 cantilever arm 3D printer. There are several things that I want to design or change on my design. Yeah, I want to keep the printer as cheap as possible for my budget, but also for other people, that when I'm going to publish all STL files, I'm not sure if I'm going to ask a little bit money for it to put back in new projects, or that I'm just going to share it and everybody can enjoy the fun, because the parts need to be ordered and those things cost also money as well. So everybody, thanks for joining, hanging out, chatting, and hey, if you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing, hit the notification button, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. I was just waiting, but now I will do it again because I missed the cue. Bye-bye.